Minecraft. And we're just gonna play some more hardcore, because that is what is on the menu. Very excited about it. Of course, the new ghasts fly in the sky, but we need more of them. We're gonna go to bed real quick, and then we're gonna go and hop in the nether, because, you know, that's where you find them. That's where we're gonna go. We're just gonna drop the wheat seeds off here. This glass bottle, we need to make some more fire resist stuff anyway, right? Right. Alright. And then we gotta do a nether wart and a magma cream. Hey Melissa, how's it going? Yes, now we begin the very important task of waiting for the nether wart to be reduced down. It's the only thing to do, right? But, yeah. Shouldn't take too long. We're just gonna take, like a bunch of gold to the nether and trade it. It'll be, should be relatively quick to get all that we need. And then we can get the dyes and brainstorm the names for them and all of that, you know. Do what we gotta do. Alright. 3 more potions, that's fine. Go ahead and throw the junk in here. And the glass, which is not junk. It's very important material. Pork chops, yes. Plenty of extra supplies. 1 for this, the spyglass. Right there, alright. Elytra needs to be mended. Well, we will take care of that. Now. Cornelius is just having a great time. What a happy gentleman. Yeah, I lived so long of my life not knowing that you could hit shift to sell those. So, of course, you can mend up a huge amount from just, you know, selling people things, which is good. I never think of that when I'm in mending mode, but, you know, if we're going to go to the nether, we might as well get the silk touch pick a little better mended up, given that we absolutely schwammered it last time. And after all, we've got plenty of pigs. Enough that we took a little bit of cram last night, so we just want to be cognizant of that and not get popped by anything silly. And we didn't take, like, any damage at all, really, right? But it still theoretically could have been messy. Theoretically. Alright, good stuff. Oh yeah, the gold. Won't get far without the gold. I do have, of course, absolutely loads of it. Not even counting the decorative archway here, we have rather a lot. So we're just going to take our stack of blocks. On the grounds that I'm unlikely to be robbed while I'm in the nether. Generally, they will elect to be very dutiful merchants before turning on you and trying to hit you with a sword, is the modus operandi of the typical piglin. Though I confess I have not met all of them, and some of them may be very different indeed in behaviors. And we might also take a little jaunt to the bottom of the lava sea at some point, and just to to drink a potion and then see if we can get any of the netherite, because it apparently is there more frequently. It's a little slow walking, but if you're just varying it while you're running on the ground, it's not so bad. And we're just gonna run over this way to where we have some stuff, or was it the other way? I don't recall. Well, we're gonna have to fight this hog anyway. And this one too. Are we going the right way? If we're going the right way, we'll find a sick chest with all of our stuff to use in it. I don't think we're going the right way. We're probably going the wrong way. We could fly. We are not going the right way. We could fly. We're just going to turn around. You can't see how ugly your boots are if, and only if, you're in first person. But it's so hard to play the game in first person. I mean, some things are easier, but not lots of them. Only some. Yeah, you better run. It will avail you nothing. We're gonna need all of the, see, the red trees are kind of fine, actually, and actually for the red ghasts area will probably be pretty excellent, huh? Well, we're just gonna get a layer of this mycelium real quick. We won't need an absolute ton, because it's not as pretty as the green mycelium. But we'll get a bit. I'm like, hell, if I've fallen and I can't get up, I'll be able to get up. This is, after all, my highway, such as it is. I shouldn't brag about this being my highway. It's the worst. Now, this is like the not ideal side. We went the other direction with the highway, principally. You could tell because the bridge is white and there are stairs. But anyway, if we had turned around whenever I said we're going the wrong way, at the foot of the stairs we will find a chest, which I believe has some gold stuff in it we can wear to make friends with these folk while we... Yes, the gold helmet. I put it there just last night. And look at it now. Still there. Alright, we're going to put some of this stuff in here and then probably remember to get it later. Probably. Like, yeah, that's enough for all of the stuff they'll try to give me. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll just, we'll wing it. Alright, they will get mad if they see you eat the pork chop, but I don't know how close you have to be in order for them to, like, notice that you're chowing down on a pork chop, right? I realized when I rebound these things, I did it in a dumb way, right? So I should have just forced the G keybind that I didn't use for quick actions to go to V, which I didn't want, and now we can, drop things like we want. Anyway, are there any other piglins in the house? You know, there's got to be a better way. I mean, if we had, like, a lot of them, it would be faster. I'm not, like, in a hurry. There's no place I'd rather be. I'm like, is the sound of my ceiling fan getting picked up by this mic? That's terrible. Man. I mean, it might be, though. I might just go back to my old bad microphone if it's gonna be picking up stuff like my ceiling fan. You gotta have a ceiling fan. I live in the South, yo. Like, it's, weather's not a joke here. I just saw the mic thing fluctuating when I wasn't saying anything. But anyway, I bought this microphone, like, a couple months ago, but I finally took it out of its box. Which is why you can see this side of my face, which actually has been, like, remarkably freeing. I never realized how much I wanted to be able to just, like, do this thing and, like, smooth my mustache on that side without worrying about tapping the microphone first. It's pretty nice. Anyway, so we need to find some more piglin. Like, maybe that one will get old eventually, but we can't wait forever, you know? Maybe if we just, like, walk around a bit, we'll see a bunch of them somewhere. Or maybe I'm gonna have to fly. Yeah, I guess we'll fly, and then if we see, you know, like a handful somewhere, then we'll stop and say hello. Alright, this is a bad place to start flying in. Got it. There we are. Rather more freedom. Here we go. Now we'll look around. Like this plateau, like surely we'll find a bunch of piglin here, right? Wrong. It seemed like a good idea at the time. And then these are like riding on the backs of other ones, which is pretty fun. A couple of piglin are stuck there. Ooh, that could be fruitful, right? Yeah, there's also this bastion here, which we may not have gone to, even. Now, I think they don't care about the gold when you're in a bastion, but if there's a bunch of them, maybe they'll still trade me. Nope, we haven't been here. Alright, we get an ancient debris, and a snoot armor trim. Good, good. Alright, we need... need more inventory space is what we need. This is not at all sufficient. Alright, another netherite upgrade thing. A little bit of gilded blackstone. Nice. Block of gold. Don't leave home without it. Yeah, I guess we can, like, you know, go around the bastion and find stuff and remember that we're wearing this dumb gold helmet, which is bad. Maybe we can find some more debris in here or something. Aha! I was like, I knew if we looked around, we'd see one of... the bad guys. So, you know, the way to deal with them is like this, when they're pathed away. Haha, got him. Anyway, so here's a little bastion thing, which I honestly didn't even know spawned in these biomes. Oh, wow, yeah, this is like the top of it, I guess, and it goes on... Well, look at that. How funny. Okay, so right here you have essentially an exposed gold prize at the end of the bastion, you know? Like, everything that can defend it is all the way in there. And this is a couple hundred of blocks away from spawn and nether entry, but that's still pretty funny, I think. Anyway, let's get some more gold. Oh man, this is a lot of gold. We're gonna be able to trade a lot of gas for this. But actually, you know, it's possible that we've already loaded in all of this spot, and, you know, maybe likely, but... Is there anything hidden? No, I don't think so. Alright, yeah. We have defeated the Bastion Remnant. You know, there's still plenty of stuff to find inside, I'm sure. I think I see a chest over there. It definitely looks like the texture of a chest. But before we go in, we're going to drop this shulker on down and do a little bit of what they call inventory management. And we're just going to put literally all of this junk in there. Yeah. Well, I mean, not... See, because if you put stuff in that you're definitely going to need again, or get back in your inventory, there's no point. I'm being struck. Time to wake up. Alright. It's just a skeleton. You know, a little bit of dodging back and forth, and we were able to weather the outrageous storm of fortune. Alright. Now we're good. And we're time to... Now that we've immediately seen, like, this exposed... gold thing here, which again is very funny because everything is inside, you know, like all of the enemies, all of the complexity, all of the danger is there, and then the prize at the end is right there. Although, you know, when you have plenty of gold, the real prize is the chests you find along the way. Alright, we've got an exposed gold block here. Probably it's not going to make a bunch of magma fall on me. So I guess, you know, probably everybody already knew this, but... Ha! Yeah, you know, that gold block was never going to get gotten by me anyway. Yeah, you know, I guess you can find gold blocks at other places in addition to the very specific ones. At the end, we're just going to drop in and use our superior reaction time to succeed in glorious combat. We're going to get some gilded blackstone because it's pretty and you can never have enough. It's like, you know, I was thinking too, I was like, I should start collecting the lanterns, because I need a bunch of them. And while I could make them, collecting a lot of them is twice as easy. Oh, would you look at that? Alright, so a whole lot of them are trapped there. This is perfect. You know, they can't get out, so we can just toss a lot of this gold in there. They'll have no choice but to trade me. Oh, yeah. Look at me doing the strats. And then, alright, so they can't get out. We have only a couple of minutes while that stuff's on the ground. So we just need to, you know, take advantage of what we got here and just straight, you know, get this party going. Oh, no, not my idol. Okay, that's fine, though. I don't think they'll, like, take the idol. I don't even know if they have the technology. We've got this one anyway. Alright, so this is gonna be, like, many hundreds of them. Do we think that'll be enough for all the ghasts we need? So they're, like, in an awesome little spot there. We're quite safe. You know, they can still shoot us, though, so we're not, like, 100% safe. We're not really safe. We're just quite safe. And, of course, if we need to check again, we'll just make sure that they're all getting something... And then just, like, hop right in. Okay, now we need to pop them. It's like, well, you know, that's Tornit. I fell in with them. But, alright, there's the proof of concept anyway. And we got... Well, I don't see any of the blocks, but, you know, I thought I saw one earlier, so we'll just pick up some of this junk and put it in here, and before long we'll find it. Yeah, we did get our totem back. Alright, well... I thought I saw one throw it, but I don't, it wouldn't have disappeared in that amount of time. Thought for sure I saw one. Well, anyway, that was like... a friggin' million of them, and we got 0 dried ghasts out of it, so I don't think this is like a super great way of doing that, but we're just gonna keep on throwing this junk in here. Alright, you know, we only wasted a few stacks of gold, which is, after all, literally nothing. So we're just gonna throw all this junk in here and that junk in there and then get to it. I have no idea how you're supposed to try to route through these places. Just like dig down. I guess we're already sort of at the top. But anyway, well, I heard you can get it from Piglin Trading. It doesn't look like they want to do it. Of course, it is said to be quite rare. So maybe I just got bad rolls all around. Ow. Well, that is one way to get to the top. You know, I was trying to swoop around. Did not work. I'm like, you'd think there'd be a chest here. There is. Okay. With the lodestone, which I think is not even, like, good anymore. And a golden plate of I don't care. can one just go through this? Yeah, you just chip a level down and then you go another level down and see if you can find anything. Because here's where the goal was. I'm like, I'm being attacked. I'm like pretty sure we can't find one here. One meaning a little happy Ghastling thing. So this is where we went in, but like, so there's like a bone that's growing in the middle of it, which is pretty cool. I mean, a little bit cool. Yeah, and we've obviously been here before. Alright, so time to fight gas or to fly like far in the nether. We could try that, you know, that'd be something new. I mean, we've flown in the nether before, but you know, usually not with the intention of going far away from where we've been before. I think we're now maybe getting to an area we haven't been. We'll check by popping this gas in the face. No, we... Oh no. Alright, yeah, I'm like, we're flying again. I love that though. It's like an entirely floating island of piglin. That's... You know, I'm sure it happens all the time, but to me, that's one of the coolest things I found in the nether. I love floating islands, and the sight of them all just there, like, angrily waiting for someone to come to their tree and start a fight so that they can just absolutely brawl, you know, warms the heart. Probably not far enough still. We could, like, get all these bone things down, which I always do need more bones, but, you know, if we get distracted with that, where will it all stop? Like this is getting a little chancy. Here we go. Nope. Ow. And we're going the opposite direction of where we needed to go. Got it. See, you know, that's how easy it is. Oh yeah, because we're just here now. Which, there's nothing cool about being here, and we've turned ourselves back to a place we've already been before. Again. Because, of course, anytime I see a wide open space, why wouldn't I fly there? And now we're back here again, somehow. Awesome. Nope. Alright, now it's possible we wouldn't have seen this before. We'll just look around and see if we see any of the fossils around anywhere. Alright, it's not looking super great from there. We're gonna go underneath this fortress here. Is that a gas that's like stuck there? That's pretty it's pretty sad. We'll help it out. You know, it seems like they spawned here alright. And of course, they always drop the music disc. Which we've already got one copy of, but hey. You know, if they're shooting a fireball at you, why would you not take the swing? Clean. I got a mid-air bonk there. You know, we'll carry one more for an additional one. Hey, Minikman. We're just trying to find more ghasts. That's 4 tiers. Yeah, we don't need that helmet. I think the trading's for the birds, right? You know what, let's take a little break from that to go under the sea and see if we can find some debris. Alright, so how does this work? If we just, like... So now we could just, like, do, like, a normal mining thing, but it's got, like, a higher chance of being here because we're so low down. is what someone was saying. So you could do like a bunch of TNT everywhere or whatever. And we'll just, you know, try to remember not to do that. We do, of course, have additional fire resistance potions, several of them. At Y17? Ah, cool. Well, we're at 19 now, so we'll just go down a little bit. And rather than still touching this, we're just going to hit it for the experience, because we're going to need to mend our pickaxe if we do this for very long. But even just the little things like this will be just fine. Oh, and then there's like a basalt layer there. That's pretty cool. They have like bastions under there, or is it just black stone at the base underneath the netherrack? That would make sense. And of course, all you have to do is hit like a little area to the side of it. Of it being the lava. And then you can just carry on, you know, doing your thing. The side and down, and then it'll choose to follow that pathway, and you won't have to worry about it popping you. Because with just a little thing to go down like that, you know, that's all you need. But anyway, this I kind of hope to get a piece before now, but I guess we haven't hit that many blocks in the grand scheme of things. I guess it is pretty uncommon. But anyway, we're just gonna just keep on doing this some, because I mean, why not, right? If I was to use TNT, yeah, you know, it's so wasteful. Think of the rockets you could get instead. I know most people just like make infinite TNT or whatever, but you know. Alright, inventory already totally full. So the thing about netherrack is, unlike most stuff, I don't care about having it. I don't want to build with it. But I do need to make a chest so I can put the netherrack into it, right? Because otherwise, I have no way to get rid of it ever. We're going to throw our rockets on the ground. That's what's hot on the streets. People are just throwing their rockets around everywhere. No, not the lodestone. That's like a thing, right? I mean, I don't care, but it is. I think you can make them easily now, though, but they used to be more rare. You can smelt netherrack into nether bricks. Well, I guess that is cool. I might want it at sometime. I just... It's like, I don't want to put it in a shulker any more than I would want to put dirt in a shulker, right? Because if you need a couple thousand dirt, you just go get some. I mean, until you need, like, truly a lot of dirt, which I don't anticipate me needing, but, you know... Maybe let's just... Maybe let's not think that I know what's best for me and just put it into a shulker. I've got this shulker space anyway. I left a couple of the shulkers at home, I think. Yeah, because those are already full. Oh yeah, no, we're already out of shulker space, that's right. Because I left blue shulker and other shulker on the floor in the... you know, the vault. We don't need this extra disc either. I mean, we'll carry it with us. We have extras of some other ones. Alright, yeah, whatever. Let's just get to it. I want to find some ancient debris. That would be sick. But you know, you can't have everything. And after a little bit of not getting anything down here, we'll probably go do something else, you know? What are you gonna do? We've still got plenty of fire resist potions. Could also use beds. I'm afraid I don't know what you mean. I know you can't sleep in the nether. This is so not what the title of this stream is. Not finding ancient debris is not the same as getting gas or thinking of names for them. But hey, what are you gonna do? But we will get a lot of quartz, which could be nice. Or we could put those into a box and never use them. That is fine too. See, it sounds like something I should play around with in survival before I play around with it in hardcore. Whoa! Ha! So of course that's a threat too. You knock, if you don't notice that there's gravel, you could have that happen. But all you gotta do is remember, you know, your training and that you have fire resist bottles and you know, a totem in your offhand. It's very safe to be careless, you know. Just do dumb things in the nether. Like, very inefficiently mine for debris. You know, I probably could have found, like, 10 pieces of debris just looking at the... Hey! Hey! Is that one? Yes! Found it! And another one? Oh, yeah. Any other ones? I don't think so. And they don't burn up in the lava. But, you know, that's good stuff. You know, just whenever I was thinking that I was definitely not going to get any. We got some! Hooray! We definitely need to get one more, and then we can make our pants match our dumb little boots. Yeah, you know, the lava flows slow, so like right there, you know, all you have to do is notice that it's trying to flow upon you, and, you know, react accordingly. Say it's from 0 to 3 per chunk, I see. Like, I don't think this gravel would ever fall through from stepping on it. It's usually, like, only gravel that's hanging up above stuff. I mean, it theoretically could, but we'd still be fine. Oh yeah, I used up all my wood. I guess we can get more somehow. This has been a very stupid time of attempting to manage my inventory. It's fine. Why did we even do that in the first place? It doesn't matter. It's all over now. ADK, yes. If I got a new mic, yes. I have had it sitting on my table for like 2.5 months, and I did a bunch of annoying stuff with it and got it working. So let me know if it sounds bad or the balance is bad or whatever. If I need to work on it, because you know I did lots of random testing, but you know I have like a boom stand thing, but I'm gonna have to change like my whole setup. Because my desk, like, I have my tower right here, like, right out of frame on the right, like, right beside my monitor. And I think I might need to, like, move it over here onto my dresser a little bit or something in order to get a little bit of space. But, you know, I'll work on it. You say it's a lot better? Well, good. I'm glad that it's nice, because it's like, it's picking up a lot of stuff. It's making me so sensitive about things. Like, because like when I'm doing my test, I have a nervous habit of sort of like tapping my foot on the ground. Not an uncommon one. Tons of people do it, but it sounds like this. Right? Like that, it's not that loud. If you are, like, when I take my headphones off and I listen to the recording of it, it is nowhere near that audible whenever I'm, like, physically doing it to me. But, of course, microphones are complicated bits of machinery. But, yeah. Now, I had some heartache with it, getting it to work in the first place. But, what? I just broke my silk touch pick. It's fine. I can just make another one. It won't be that annoying to recreate. But yeah, well, there you go. I had the wrong one in my hand. It's okay. We'll make another one, and we'll make this one efficiency 5. That one was only F3, I think. Say your mic sounds like a deep fryer. Well, at their best, deep fryers don't really sound like much at all. So I cook professionally, as you may know, but, and the fryers at work, like, I'm like, you know, I've worked there for many years. I've got a lot of experience. I'm not a chef. I am a cook. And so you know, there's a lot of stuff that I'll just notice. Like, I can hear, like, food getting done in the fryer. Anybody can if they're listening, but, like, you gotta listen for it, because you can hear, like, the water balance shift. And then you'll be like, oh, right, I need to get over there and get that okra up or whatever. And then other people are like, how did you hear that from so far away? I'm like, do you not listen? You have to listen with your heart. You have to feel what's going on around you, you know, like that song in Pocahontas. But we are getting, like, loads of quartz from it, and that's the only thing I have to do, is ditch the netherrack for quartz whenever we get around and deposit, because a bunch of quartz will definitely be important someday. Look, I'm gonna live forever, right? And that means I'm gonna want a whole lot of quartz someday. A whole lot of netherrack we can just get, but a whole lot of quartz might take some effort. For all I know, there's some way to get infinite quartz, but, you know, whatever. Everybody knows more about this game than me. Have a 1.29k instead. Well, you know, I don't know what brings people here, and every now and then somebody leaves. I think it's not usually because I fought with them, you know, I think it's usually because they're like, man, this guy really just does the same thing all the time. Or, you know, maybe they want to see some game that I played for, you know, a week or two, and then once I stopped playing it, you know, they didn't, you know, want to watch me play Minecraft and whatever else I was doing, which I totally get. I don't feel the pressure, but I know, like, a lot of people that make videos do, where, you know, like, they want to play something that's, like, different, but then people don't watch it. Like me, I'll play whatever I want to play, right? I don't want to be like, I don't care if people watch it. Like, I love it that people watch me play games and stuff. I think it's super cool. Like, I really like it. But I'm not gonna not play a game because people don't want to watch it. You know, I'm still gonna play it. You know, just watch something else. You're cool. You know, it's all fine. But it's also, you know, not my profession or anything to do this. And perhaps if I had, like, real skin in the game, I would have to care more. But I have the luxury of not having to care. But, you know, like, and if, you know, if all people want to see is Geometry Dash or whatever, and I only play it, you know, a couple hours a week, if that, then, you know, maybe they don't want to see my 20 other videos a week. Because it's not like I don't post a bunch of nonsense, you know. Maybe they don't want to see me planting wheat anymore. But, you know, it's all good. Only, like, one time has someone left, like, a I'm not gonna watch your videos anymore message. And I was like, okay. I respected the effort they put in. And then I removed it because they said a bunch of, like, absolutely wild stuff. You say you'll watch Planet Wheat any day of the week. Well, I'm glad. You know, it is, the wheat video was, like, that was one of my first, like, breakout ones, right? Like, a lot of people, by my standards, a lot, you know, a lot of people came to me because of the wheat video. Or rather, you know, YouTube sent them to me. But, speaking of Minecraft, though, today is June 19th, which is a national holiday here in the United States, but also is 1 year to the day of when I started playing Minecraft and returned to YouTube after some time away with my new computer. So my computer turned one year old today, and so too did, like, this revitalization of the channel. And you're bringing up subscriber numbers, which I don't talk about, like, all the time, but that's like 1.3k ish. Like, I I think, like 310 whenever I... Let's change the title of the debris. Like, we're just like... This is like planting wheat, but instead it is just bashing a hole in the wall. But, yeah, so... I got like 1,000 new people have started watching, you know, regularly as subscribers since that day a year ago. Let's see, yesterday's holiday. It's called Juneteenth. It celebrates the date that the last chattel slaves in the United States were freed in the Civil War on June 19th of 1865, because. There's like the Emancipation Proclamation, right? And that had like different phases, which you may remember from history class, and then like different like amendments and stuff. But even though like slavery had already been outlawed and was against the law, like the word hadn't got to this part of Texas or whatever. So yeah, I don't remember. It hasn't been a federal holiday for like ever. I think it's just been like a handful of years that it became one, but it's been celebrated for some time. You know, and Juneteenth is, I think, like the actual, just the name of it, but, you know, sort of jamming the words June and 19th together. I am off work because I'm off on Thursdays, not for the holiday, but when I was looking at the calendar, I was like, oh, right, this is my 1-year anniversary of coming back to YouTube. In addition to being a very meaningful day, not in video game history. Hey. Oh, I guess after long enough, they will start spawning down here just because it's dark. That makes sense. You know, they move into the space that we create for them. This should have been the nether highway I built all along. It should have been beneath it. That's so much smarter. Nether highway beneath the sea. And then it won't matter if it winds around because it'll very clearly, you know, only have one area to go. Why am I the way I am? You know, if I had known this ages ago, we could have saved so much time on the highway. Wouldn't have needed to place signposts, but well, no, that's dumb. The point of the highway wasn't to travel through the nether. The point of the highway was to be able to get back home after we found bastions or fortresses. Why am I rewriting history in a way that is not useful? The Minecraft history of the Nether Highway is for a purpose. It's like, and sometimes you want to hit some lava, right? Just so it'll light it up a little bit and let you see. Anyway, I actually, you know, I'm having a fine time doing that, so even if we're not finding anything, because like I just like digging. Y'all know me. Where a million diamonds shine. You know, now that this mic is slightly better, I could like take the headphone off and like do sing my little silly songs slightly better. Not well, because I can't sing well, but, you know, slightly better than I had been. So if we go up there, is it like a bastion that, like, goes all the way into the dirt? I mean, probably not, right? Hey, there we go. How many do we get? You know, even just one is just fine with me. Because that is, you know it, 4 pieces of debris. That's the magic number. That's one more piece good. That means we're going to be able to fix up our pants. And then we'll have nice long pants. To go with our nice long boots. And we probably do the helmet very last, right? I don't know. It would depend on how it looks with an elytra, I suppose. So this has been a great expedition. Every now and then someone's all, you know, when they're giving me advice on what to do, they're like, why don't you get full netherite? I'm like, well, because I hate the nether. But this is nice and peaceful, right? You know, nothing bad can happen to you down here. At the very worst, you just drop a whole lava sea onto your head, and you can get over that like super quick, right? It's like you don't need to like go to a professional healer about that. You can just like hit some blocks, easy peasy. The amount of experience that you get, though, from the quartz, it's quite enough to keep you going. And this is a lot of netherrack to crack, right? We probably would have broken the tool several times over if it weren't for that. We're just gonna, ooh, there we go. Now we are talking. Just one in that set, but hey, that's one more. Yes, it is. Takes us to 5. On day 560, we'll finally get our nice purple armor. Much to the disgust of people that think I should have gotten it before, I'm sure. It's like, if you find a piece, it's like, do you want to look for more, or do you want to just, like, keep on going soon? You got a 2% on Acheron? Oh, congratulations. That's one of, like, the really, really real levels, I know. The very tippy top. We need to go up a couple. This is totally not finding gas or names for gas, but it's still very important. It's gonna make me look legit, like, when people look at me from now on. Like, once I get full netherite armor, they're gonna be like, oh, this guy, you know, that's a real gentleman. This is someone who knows how to sail a boat. I mean, I don't. It's a rowboat. But what are you gonna do? This song is so excellent. Oh man, you know, this microphone, in addition to, like, stressing me out, just wanting it to be okay and all, because it didn't work immediately, I I had to troubleshoot it for like 30 minutes. When I plugged it in, it just didn't want to receive anything, but, you know, I did all the stuff that you're supposed to, and it didn't work, and then I did it again, and then it did work, so, you know, what are you gonna do? But now I can, like, take a drink without, like, muting the microphone and moving the thing away from my face. I don't have to worry about, like, tapping it or whatever. I'm never gonna, like, bash my desk. I think there's, like, a little button on top to mute it, so that'll be a little tricky. Like, if I have to cough, hopefully I won't just be, like, giving you a orchestral vision of that. But like everything that is good and that I put off, you know, I knew that whenever I finally took the microphone out of its box that it would be fun. You know, it's not like a super expensive one. I forget what it was, like $50 or something. You know, it's the solo cast thing. But I bought it and it was shipped to me, and then I left it inside of its box for a few months. But then I finally decided that it was time. Not least because it was just like sitting on my table in there, and I needed to put other junk on there, like cans of Pringles and letters that I'm not gonna open, you know, stuff like that you have to have, like. This is great, though. This reminds me of one of my first very big projects, which I sort of abandoned in my survival world, but so very, very early in my Minecraft playing time, I didn't know, like, what was going on with a lot of things, right? The first lush cave I ever saw, I'd been in the Nether. It was like the third or fourth time I'd ever been in the Netherite, and I just built a portal to get out, right? And when I built the portal... Yeah! More debris. When I built the portal, I came out inside of a lush cave underneath the ocean without any, like, tree. You know how there's, like, a flower indication tree almost all the time? I'm reasonably certain that there was no tree at all to indicate for this lush cave. Like, it's just like, it wasn't like the middle of the ocean, it was off of a coast, but it was far off of a coast, and I thought it was the coolest place. And I hadn't seen another one. Like, it was magical to me whenever I first saw it, right? And there's our seven debris, feels good. And, so I was like, you know, I've got to memorialize this. And this is like before I discovered diamonds, really. Like, I was working with stone pickaxes. I had found iron sometimes, but I thought it was too special and rare to make into tools. So I'm like, I'm gonna fill in the ocean. I'm gonna fill in this thing. I'm gonna cut down through all of the rock, and you're gonna be able to look down and see the lush cave underneath. I did get all the way down. I did fill in like a big chunk. I spent hours and hours and hours doing it. And it didn't look nearly as cool as I wanted it to. But maybe one day I'll go back to it, right? That's in the Just Wheat world. So we can do just, like, just digging, you know, and, it just took so long. But I guess, you know, like, I wasn't working with like, even enchanted pickaxes. It was like I was making stone pickaxes and mining out, you know, deep slate. But, you know, I like to do the artisanal work, right? I like to do by hand what other people want to get machines to do for us. Not, like, all of the time. But, like, sometimes when I'm talking to people about my wheat field and they're like, is it automated? I'm like, I just told you that I had a wheat field with hundreds of thousands of blocks. And your first thought was, does it pick itself? Like, please be impressed. I'm awesome. More debris. This has been incredibly fruitful. Where's the second piece? Here it is. Because that is 9 pieces now. You know, that... 3 more and we've got head-to-toe armor. 1 more and we can make a netherite hoe, which is also an advancement. So that'll be pretty cool. I got a lot of advancements on this, right? I really wish the UI here was better. But some, like, have every potion effect at the same time. I'm like, that's not fun. And then here, I guess I'm supposed to bring a ghast to the overworld and kill it. I'm not... If they want me to kill one of my happy ghasts, I'm never going to get that. I would rather die. But, you know, you've got, like, you know, some stuff to do left. But I did most of it, you know. I've killed every mob in the game, not the warden, you know. We've done a lot of things. I haven't tamed every cat or got every wolf, you know, but I've seen every biome, that kind of thing. But I saw that these were on there, you know, the full suit and all, so that'll be cool to get, you know, cracked away on. But I've been told that there is an even more secret advancement beyond all the other ones that the game doesn't even tell you about because it's so dumb. Where you have to have, like, every single effect in the entire game at one time. Which, I hate that so much. Even more than have all the potion effects at once. Or brew every potion. It's like you have to have every single thing on you all at one time. And I'm never gonna go for that, you know? I'm never... I don't think even if I live, like, 7,000 or 8,000 more years... I will be able to convince myself that that's a great way to spend my time. Not like digging here, which is, like, unambiguously awesome, and I feel like doesn't really demand any sort of explanation for why this is going super well. I mean, 11 scraps, I mean, sure, like, 1 or 2 of them was from that bastion, but the rest of them are from all of this, you know, so this is going super well. Or was it 9? It was 9. That's the same. Heyo. And there's another ancient debris, taking us up to 10. All right. Feels good. Can you light another portal with lava? Or does it have to be like a... Well, I guess there's fire charges as well. There's a number of ways. to be able to light a portal once you're here. Not a million ways to get obsidian, but I guess you can trade for it. You can also find, like, ruined portals in the Nether, but I don't think they... Hey, there we go. Oh, yeah. Multi. They don't... Ooh, even more? Sick. Alright, we got a little 3 set here. Amazing. And there we go, 13 debris. Alright, and we have gone basically nowhere to do it, you know. We're still probably right underneath this fire ocean. It's like the first bit of gravel you see always looks like it's more ancient debris. But it isn't. Like, you get so used to how dark it is down here in the nether tunnels beneath the lava sea, and then a little bit of lava pops out. You're like, oh wait, what's all that? What's all that? And now it'll fall and go very gracefully right there, and you don't have to worry about it. You just gotta, you know, you gotta provide the space for the lava to go. Although, I definitely only recently came to that realization. I used to stress out a lot more when the lava started coming down from above my head. But now, like, you know, you just do that, and it's gonna fall right there. It has to. It won't fall this way because that drop is less than that, and it won't go here because it's got an immediate vertical, you know, presence to go to. So if you keep your wits about you, you know, you don't have to worry about a falling lava stream, but often, you know, things will happen when you least expect. Like right there, you know, you hear it, all you have to do is make that happen. You don't even have to, you know, you can just run right into it if you want. Easy peasy. Just do whatever. We sacrificed some boots to the lava until it quieted its rage. Ba, 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 ba. And right here too, if you're underneath the sea, you can just like dig up a bit. And I guess most of the nether kind of is under the sea. Down here it's better. Down where it's redder, take it from me. So you just dig up whenever you need a light, right? And then you just carry on like so. Alright, we are absolutely due for another piece pretty soon, so we're just gonna keep our eyes peeled. Hey, there we go. Like I said. We deserved it, so we got it. And there is piece 14. We have found the rare soul sand. But here, we're still underneath the biome, so most of the time, so I guess like the bottom level of the biomes as such is there at like 18, right? So we're skirting underneath the bottom layer of it as we can. But sometimes because of the way that the biomes interact, you know, they'll go down a little bit further, like right there. Anyway, this is a nice, peaceful way to get ancient debris. You know, it's you just hang out. Remember to mend. So we actually do need to mend here. We need to mend a lot because we skipped a lot of the experience-bearing ores going forward. There, and now we've got barely any left on the pick. Look, you can't be breaking a netherite tool while you're getting nether materials. Like, what's it all for if you do that, right? Maybe we're not finding any quartz here because it's a Soul Sand Valley thing. I don't know. Maybe there was plenty of quartz the whole time. I was just passing it by a lot, and then it came to bite me because, you know, you're supposed to hit dozens of them as you're going. Maybe. Alright, we're due for another one pretty soon, right? Health on the pickaxe is back up into acceptable parameters. Whoa. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, we're up much too high. We don't want to be up this high. There we go. Back down to 15, 16, 17. That's where we want to be, not 21. Hey, there we go. There's my huckleberry. There's piece 15. We just need one more. And then we can go do something else with our time. Like, all of that, and we still only get, like, a couple hundred quartz out of it all. Hey, there we go. $17 debris. Oh, yeah. Well, now we got all those, guys. It is time to make a break for the surface and then try to go home, right? Right. So we're just gonna go up for a little bit, you know, until we figure out where we're at. And then we'll go out once we're up. Alright, we're at 50. We don't want to go too high up in the nether, right? It doesn't go that high up. Has it really been so long since I've seen the sun? Here we go. We're out! Oh, my silk touch pick. Well, we're just gonna have to crack the ender chest and not need it again until we get out of here. Yeah, that's fine, right? Yeah, we just, we'll get the lodestone compass, and then that'll point us towards spawn. Do we need anything else? A bonus totem of resurrection, just in case. And then we'll crack this, get the obsidian for it, and make another one when we go home, in addition to all the other stuff we gotta do. So I forgot about the lodestone compass and how I had it until just then. I'm like, you know, it probably actually would be sort of easy for me to just figure out what we needed to do. Got a ghast here. Apparently that counted as a reflection. Like, maybe we'll take a longer way around, right? Oh no. I'm gonna die? I'm gonna die. So that was sketchy. We had the totem. So what happened was that was around a fortress. We're gonna go closer to it to go make sure that my analysis is right. But so it was around a fortress, and there was like a whole bunch of wither skeletons that were up above it. Like around in there. And I was like, I saw what I wanted to see. Phantoms, of course. We've been in the Nether for a while. You said you wanted to let me know the music switch playlist. I think it's the same one. This is still a Minecraft one. It's just a different disc, I think, because this is from the Tricky Trials edition. Where are we at? Negative 12K? No, I mean, it'll be, you know, 8 times faster to go home through the Nether, won't it? Where was that portal at? Wow. That is some bad, bad flying. Yeah, and this is this fortress, the Basalt Delta one, which I think is like the coolest fortress maybe, because it's so just itself, right? You know, it's so pure and massively fortress-like, you know, like most of the ones that I've ever seen, you know, the fortresses, they're very, you know, they're sunken. But this one is huge, and it's out there, you know, like, it very much looks like a fortress before the fall would have been, you know, of whatever civilization was running the joint. You know, you can see so much of it. It's really, really quite a cool one, in my opinion. Nope, not that way. Nope, not that way. And someone there is that does not want me to fly out of here, right? Okay, how do we navigate this then? We'll just go straight alongside this part of it, and then, no, that's what would let us here in the first place, right? Because we couldn't navigate around, we just looped the wrong way. Because we couldn't go there either. Yeah, I don't know, maybe... Maybe we're gonna have to go around a little bit. And it's not gonna kill us to walk a couple hundred in a direction. It would kill us if we walked a couple hundred in that direction. Ow. Alright, now we're fine. I totally sort of maybe recognize this place. After all, everywhere in the Nether doesn't look the exact same? Question mark. And now we're back on the highway, just as I said. Alright, so this is not quite enough gas tiers for one more unless we've got more at home, so we definitely want to get at least one more before we bounce. We're pretty close, so yeah, we're just like 100 from spawn now. Just wild that there's, like, both a bastion and a fortress within, like, a couple of hundred of where I spawned. And it took me so long to find either one of them. Like, there was a bastion, like... like less than a couple hundred blocks away from where I came into the Nether, and this is just a couple hundred blocks from where I came to the Nether. But of course, this might have been the original one I found. Yes, it's got torches all over the place. This is clearly the original one I found. Cornelius, wisely guiding the other guests, and of course Gaspar, waiting for them to grow. Is he smiling yet? Ah, yes, the new guest is smiling. He will be rehydrated in no time. And of course, in the distance, some of the members of the council we've already got. Of course, Bad Gasmobile and Augustus. And then Gaston. No one flies like Gaston. We're just gonna throw those in the corner, because I don't have a trash can. I think you can make them out of, like, you know, lava. You can make a little lava pool, but I don't think I have any lava buckets at the moment. And then we'll just get, like, all of this trash out of here. And hang the lantern up because it's very dignified. Oh yeah, ender chests. I need to make more ender chests. It's what, eyes and blaze rods or something? Blaze powder, maybe? Yeah, because you need an eye plus the obsidian for the box, right? Yeah. Alright, and that'll be one for there. And one for right here, because often we want one in this room. Yeah. We'll need to make another one of these days, you know, when we get more obsidian around. We'll just put that obsidian in there. We'll put this wither skeleton skull in here. You never know when we'll want a trophy or something. It's getting real ugly in these boxes. It's not so bad yet. Where's Garuda? For how much desire to give him seeds. well, I think it's a fitting capstone to 1 year of playing Minecraft. You know, a year ago today, I think I uploaded the videos on the first day I did it. I started playing Minecraft for the very first time. Those videos are still available online. They're in the Minecraft playlist, not the Minecraft Hardcore playlist, but you can find them all. You know, if you wanted to look at them. And the first two are me just dying a bunch, and then the third one is me making a peaceful world. That world still exists as the world of wheat. But I think it is nice and fitting that... Do I need a diamond for this? I think it's nice and fitting that after a full year, we are finally going to have... Oh yeah, it's the netherite smithing upgrade templates, that's right. And we have one more. You can make more, but we've already got the ones that we need. So, we will finally have all of the swag. Challenge complete. Cover me in debris. Let's see how we look. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is like warrior gear. Yeah, it's like a whole different style on the helmet. It comes down, you know, you've got like the cross guard. It comes like around the ears, right? So yeah, ain't that fancy? We look like a real Minecraft player now. But of course, something is more important than all of that. Alright, so we need to make another template, right? You can duplicate them, like... somehow? Netherrack and then a whole bunch of those. Alright, so yeah, because we don't want to use our last one, right? Because it might be annoying to go get. So we just need some more diamonds and a netherrack. We also need to lay down. The phantoms will be here soon. So we should have like some diamonds here. No, here. No, we need more than all that. We got them in the ender chest, right? I just don't have a silk touch pick because I broke it. The Ghastling has been born! He has returned. Say hello to the new Ghastling, everyone. Look at him smiling. Look at his happy visage. Truly, there is no better place in the world to be a guest than right here. As a new member of the council comes in, they will only know me as the person in the fanciest armor. Alright, there we go. Now we got 4 of them, and that'll be enough. And even though it would be nicer on the shovel, We get an achievement for doing this other thing, so... Or an advancement, rather. Which I like achievements, but very different. I believe... Is that guy just straight stuck there? He's got to be able to get out of that if he tries. But he doesn't want to, you know, whatever. But this is more important. This is what it's all about right here. The Netherite Hole! Challenge completed, serious dedication. You get one challenge for getting your entire suit of armor done. And you get one challenge for putting it onto the hoe, probably because they think it's very silly to do. We'll just put the scraps in here. We'll remember that we did that, right? Right, yeah. What are the odds that a creeper's gonna come and blow it up? You know, let's, why don't we waterlog this chest? You know, we are much more Batman looking now, which is cool. But at least we got another dried ghast. Did I really? Yeah, I guess I did. I guess I did go through hundreds and hundreds, like 400 or 500 blocks or bars of gold on my route towards figuring out that none of the piglin were giving me dried ghasts. Oh well. Now we're out of gold again. Or unless it's in one of these shulkers. It's in these shulkers, okay. I was like, That feels dumb. I couldn't have done that many. I didn't even break that many, and I hadn't. My favorite Oreos? I don't eat them very often, but I just like the normal Oreos. Those are my favorites. I don't like the double stuffed. I think, you know, I think they had a good thing going with the regular amount of stuffing, and they shouldn't, you know, tried to go all creative on us. So many of these stupid Soul Speed 3 books. You know, not ideal, but fine. We don't need to carry the leads in here because you can make them out of string, which you can get anywhere now. We'll fill that bundle up with carrots, because why wouldn't we? Two more gas tiers in a random spot, which takes us up to almost enough for another dried gas, but not quite. That is all okay. We will go ahead and get this gassed into the pool of revivification. Smile, rehydrate, soak. Alright, alright. Well, this has been a very repetitive but important video. After all, we are now incredibly fancy looking. Might change the iron accents now. Might leave them, you know. It says this is, you know, this is the coastal trim for everything except the helm, which is, I think, the eye. Yeah. No, we should keep the big valuable emerald, all the metal blocks, not the copper, because who cares? Really, a different box with just the gold and the emeralds would be nice, you know. The box of dragons. We could put it underneath the dragon head eventually. Anyway, after a shocking and amazed period of what can only be described as actual inventory management, like, where's a place to even put the netherite scraps that we won't forget them? Yeah, why not? Why not right there? They'll be in the corner. Won't be able to forget it. Literally impossible. But you know, I don't know. We might just go back to diamond. I actually really like the diamond look, and I don't know how I feel about this. But, you know, we can always throw it on an armor stand, like somebody said, you know, to be the proof that we could dress this way if we wanted. But, well, it is getting to be that time. Oh, we gotta go give a pork chop to Hank. And then it's getting to be that time. You know, poor Hank is the only member of this family that's always working for a living, you know, and we can't even see him from the dance party. I mean, we all work, but I mean, he's actually working, you know. Here's pork chop Hank, who's a good boy. The council grows. Because this is, yeah. We've got 3 there, so 6, and then the 1 in the water. So 7 of the 16 council members is now secured. Garuda knows that we took the album outside of the house, and he is not pleased. Come on, Garuda. I'm sorry. I broke the rules. But it's getting to be time for me to take a little break, do something else with my day for a little bit. Maybe I'll go buy pizza. I don't know. I don't know if I'll have enough time. But I invite you all to sit, stand, or kneel for the national anthem, Pig Step by Lena Rain. As the sun rises on day 565 or 564, I'm not sure what hour it is yet. Where's the clock? But everything is going super good. The Council of Gas grows. I love our house. We, of course, have very, very fancy armor now. All the riches we could ever dream of. But, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for coming to the unlabeled 1-year anniversary of Minecraft for me, and the 1-year anniversary of me coming back to YouTube, and the 1 hour, 2 hour, 15-minute anniversary of me having this microphone. So yes, I appreciate you hanging out, Melissa. Appreciate you hanging out, Addie K. Adios. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. Farewell, etc. Garuda comes up. He wants another seed. He knows what time it is. The turtles just having a good old time, hanging out on the beaches, chilling. But that's all I've got for you right now, guys. So thank you so much. I should be back around, later on today at some point, playing... Maybe not Minecraft, maybe something else, and maybe something new, maybe not, it remains to be seen. But perhaps I'll see you in a future stream or video. You guys have the good rest of your day if I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.